My learned friend, my lord, while reading, missed the word valuable security. Must be, my lord, an innocent mistake or fundamental case of fabrication. And fabrication is, my lord, you are involving a lady who is not connected with your profession. She is not a politician. You are saying that she is having 3 passports. No, one, I appeared, but completely different facts.
Oh, very well.
Totally. I had
Your appearance will not make a distinction. The judge will decide whether it's
No, no, but
distinct or
I
not.
know the
We all
facts.
appear. So we are all reading the facts. We may know the facts if we appeared. That doesn't it doesn't reduce the precedential value because he appeared, Balas.
No, no, I am
It
saying
doesn't reduce the precedential value.
that's not a. The address includes visuals in the backdrop with an explosive expose, announcement and creative carrying derogatory and suggestive expression. अब की बार बंटी और बबली होने वाले हैं फरार. Clearly designed to attract attention, provoke sensation, and maximize reputational damage. The allegations were thereafter published and broadcast through multiple media portals and social media channels, thereby ensuring immediate and wide dissemination amongst the public at large. Please, my lord, bear this factor in mind. Now see the last paragraph. With introduction of the aforesaid scandalous allegations, Sri so-and-so started the press conference with connected documents with seals and codes. Please mark this, my lord. I will come to the BNS, my lord. What is the offense made out, my lord, when you do this? Alleging inter alia that I hold passport of 3 countries, namely Egypt and Antigua and Barbuda. My lord, Antigua is a country where, my lord, people run away from, and my lord, those who are fugitives, they go. That is, my lord, the country, one of the known fugitives, my lord, is there. And golden card or passport of United Arab Emirates with visuals of the same displayed in the backdrop. That allegations of my dual or multiple citizenships, that I hold foreign assets and properties in Dubai with some purported documents displayed in the backdrop, and further allege that same were not disclosed in the election affidavit of my husband, which was also displayed in the backdrop of screen, and that me and my family members are linked with a company in Wyoming in the United States of America, with further statements about alleged activities of the company. Lord, kindly now turn to page 57A. Lord, 57 is the same page, but it is printed pages 57A, which, my lord, my learned friend, my lord, missed reading. I categorically state that all such statements about the allegations about my holding citizenship in the aforesaid 3 countries are totally false and baseless, and the copies of the passports, golden card flashed and displayed on screen by Sri so-and-so at the press conference are all fake, doctored, forged, and fabricated documents with forged seals and QR codes. These statements of Sri so-and-so and documents displayed by him are simply shocking to me, and same are categorically denied as false and fabricated, as no such passports, golden pass, were neither been applied by me and not been issued in my name by any such country as alleged. That was being flashed by the accused, my lord, on the television with the photograph of the lady. These documents with forged seals and QR codes are manufactured, created, and doctored by Sri so-and-so and his accomplices with criminal intent as indicated by himself initially during the introductory remarks. हमारे कुछ समर्थकों ने विदेश से, I categorically and unequivocally deny each and every allegation as false, fabricated, baseless, and malicious. No such passport, citizenship, assets, or documents have ever been existed and has never been applied for or issued. Please come to, my lord, next page. At page, my lord, 58, my lord, third, but are fabricated and forged instruments deliberately designed to impersonate official government-issued identity documents. Please mark this, my lord, something would turn on that. Government-issued identity documents, complete with forged seals, codes, and QR mechanisms, with intent to deceive the general public in believing the authenticity of the fabricated documents. At the same time, the manner in which the allegations were made on the basis of forged and fabricated documents clearly indicates premeditated criminal conspiracy on part of the accused persons. Some of them, my lord, are abroad, some of them are in India, my lord, etc. Now, please come to, my lord, these sections, my lord. Kindly have a look at, my lord, first, section 2, within bracket 31. But before that, my lord, if I read section 338, my lord, this is a non-bailable offense. And, my lord, I am also relying upon one judgment, my lord,
27.
in case of an anticipatory bail of this offense, my lord.
Section
338 of BNS.
it did not
33.
legal security only said
Yeah.
bail. Ended up.
My learned friend, my lord, while reading, missed the word valuable security. Must be, my lord, an innocent mistake or a lapse on his part, my lord.
Whereas I accept the sarcasm, I use the word valuable. Sarcasm is uncalled for.
Anyway,
Complete either, well, the innocent
Anyway,
was
let's
because he
not-
was not hearing properly at that time.
yes, you
not
may be
make
right. I don't wish
sarcastic
to
comments, Wallace.
digress. I will
You are
concentrate
digressing.
on my
You
arguments.
just digressed a minute ago.
Yes. 338. My lord, your lordship's guess, 338.
Yes.
Forgery of valuable security, will, etc. Whoever forges a document which purports to be a valuable security or a will, or an authority to adopt a son, or which purports to give authority to any person to make any transfer, any valuable security, or to receive the principal interest or dividend thereon,
Next.
or to receive or deliver any money, movable property, or valuable security, or any document purporting to be an acquaintance or receipt acknowledging the payment of money, or an acquaintance or receipt for the delivery of any movable property or valuable security, shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now, my lord, please see section.
It's not bailable.
This is non-bailable, my lord. Please see section 2, subsection 31, my lord, in this context and in the context of the fact that there is a specific, precise and concise allegation that this is forged, this is fabricated, and it is a passport. Kindly see, my lord, what is passport, and my submission, my lord, is that passport is a valuable security as defined under section 2, subsection 31 of the BNS. Valuable, your lordship gets, my lord. Section 231, my lord. The valuable security means a document which is or purports to be a document whereby any legal right is created, extended, transferred, restricted, extinguished, or released, or whereby any person acknowledges that he lies under legal liability or has not certain legal right.
Gives a right to travel abroad.
Now, my lord,
They did say they didn't go back.
now, my lord, may kindly see, there is a judgment which takes the view.
Chilla management of passport of the executive.
There is a, well, I'm not reading it. There are judgments which takes the view that passport is a valuable security within the meaning of this provision. Now, my lord, your lordships have this position emerging, my lord, from the complaint, and my lord, I'll show what emerges from the investigation conducted so far. My lord, during the election campaign, it's nobody's case, my lord, that there was a no election era. One person comes and says that one lady is holding 3 passports. He displays the passports with, my lord, the stamp and seal and QR code and the photograph of the lady. The lady says, I have never applied for, and these are not my passports. My lord, so far, the investigation conducted without custodial interrogation has revealed that this is a fake or forged document. There are no such passports even issued by the respective countries. Second allegation, that there is some property in United Arab Emirates, my lord, that is Dubai. There is a company registered in United States of America, my lord, which the complainant specifically says that these are also forged and fabricated documents. I do not own anything anywhere. My lord, under these circumstances, my lord, this complaint is filed
All this.
and the complaint is being investigated. Now, my lord, what is required? And before that, my lord, what is required? I cite one judgment, my lord, which is, my lord, judgment in case of, my lord, 2012, volume 9, SCC 235. My lord, kindly bear one factor in mind, my lord, why custodial interrogation is necessary. My lord, I would like to know as a prosecutor, as an investigating agency, how you forged this document if it is forged.
Who helped you?
Who helped you in forging this document if it is forged?
Who gave you this?
If it is given to you by somebody else,
2012?
2012, volume 9, SCC 235. If it is given to you by somebody else, who gave it to you? If somebody else has given, what was the motive behind it? If you have received it, as you say, from some foreign sources, which was that great foreign source who is interested in fabricating passports of a lady, 3 passports, property documents, and some company being registered, my lord, in the United States of America. Who were the persons, who were your accomplices, whether within India, outside India, or both? My lord, now please see, my lord, page, and my lord, most importantly, who created that seal, my lord? The passport needs official seal, official QR code. Creating an official seal of the government of any country, my lord, is the most serious offense. Lord, now, and I'm not divulging because as an investigating agency, I am entitled not to divulge to the accused what material we have gathered. He will have to show that how you removed the photograph of the one person from the passport, you pasted the photograph of one lady, you changed the name, remaining things remain same, and you thereafter started applying the seal, QR code, etc. And this is going to be, my lord, not one of its case. This might lead to, my lord, several other fabricated documents. Now, please have a look at, my lord, judgment compilation may be given. My lord, please come to page 21 at 25.
Yes.
21 and 25.
Relevant to start with page 26.
Lord, relevant starts at page 26. It case, my lord, how your lordships would, my lord, it assist your lordships, how your lordships would deal with an anticipatory bail prayer in a case where fabrication of document is alleged. My lord, kindly come to, my lord, just, my lord, classetum, first line, my lord, I'll read the first line itself. At the same time, as pointed out by the counsel for the state and the second respondent complainant, considering the seriousness relating to corrections, additions, alterations made in various documents, information furnished to the educational authorities, which according to them are incorrect, we are of the view that in order to bring out all the material information and documents, custodial interrogation is required. More particularly to ascertain in respect of the documents which were alleged to have been forged and fabricated. In the said documents and other materials which are in possession of the appellant, and the allegations against him that he has made false representation before public authority on the basis of those documents for obtaining necessary permission, as pointed out by the state, in order to secure possession of those documents, custodial interrogation is necessary. For this reason, the additional sessions judge and the High Court rejected the claim of the anticipatory bail, which is, my lord, confirmed by your lordship, my lord. Other two judgments are on the same lines, that when there is a serious fundamental case of fabrication, and fabrication is, my lord, you are involving a lady who is not connected with your profession. She is not a politician. You are saying that she is having 3 passports. One country is a country of fugitives, and thereafter there is a prima facie evidence, my lord. My lord, the learned Advocate General received a written message from the, my lord, investigating agency that so far it is found that the documents are forged. There is no such document.
It is not necessary. Allegations are sufficient.
My lord, therefore, my lord, as your lordships are aware, in Lalita Kumari also, it says, my lord, that allegation is to be looked at. My lord, number 2. Now, my lord, since the date of the offense, he is absconding. He is not only absconding, my lord, the investigating agency is keeping a tab and he is releasing some videos that I am not absconding, I am just keeping myself safe from a particular police force. That means that he is absconding, he is aware of the FIR, he is not cooperating. And your lordships are aware, I will not, my lord, read that judgment, that custodial interrogation is always qualitatively different than, my lord, any other kind of investigation which is done under the protection of the court. My lord, here I would like to know, as an investigating agency, Have you forged these documents? If you have not forged it, who forged it for you? Who gave it to you? For what purpose? What was the criminal intent in publishing it? If you have received it from foreign countries, who were the people who gave you? What was the intention of those foreign elements which are interfering with our local election program? It's not a case of only defamation, but it is something very, very serious. And therefore, my lord, in during elections, my lord, something or the other, my lord, every leader say. And when you are, my lord, involving a family member, that to a lady member, some things are said. But my lord, the investigation will have to be conducted under.
Well, it's 2 minutes of rejoinder, 3 or 4 minutes of rejoinder. Number one, Malas, I'll just take 3 or 4 minutes. There is no answer to several of my points. A, no answer to the fact that apprehension and basis of my apprehension is very crystal clear. No answer can't be given. In fact, the apprehension is very genuine with the kind of statements which have come. Number two, no answer to the errors in para 14 and 15, where a section not anywhere else is imagined by the learned judge. Number three, Malas, if the argument of custodial interrogation being qualitatively different as a generality is accepted, then your lordship might as well scrap 438 and 439 because it will always be necessary to arrest them. No, but just give me 3 or 4 minutes. I have not taken 1 3 of it. It's important. The custodial interrogation will always be qualitatively different. That doesn't mean that the nature of the offense, the nature of the person is to be ignored. That's that. Now, the 2 important other points, Malas. First, please note 2 paras, Malas. 1 para each from Pradeep Sharma and CBI. Give it quickly. Take 2 minutes only, Malas. Para 18 of Pradeep Sharma. I'll take literally 3 or 4 minutes more, Malas. Give it to the other side.
What's it? A copy, Pradeep Sharma.
A more recent judgment from Malas this court, I believe a bench of Justice Vikram Nath and Justice Barale, just a few months ago. And please turn to Malas.
No, I appeared but completely different facts.
Oh, very well.
Totally. I had
Your appearance will not make a distinction. The judge will decide. Whether
No, but I know the
we all
facts.
appear. So we are all reading the facts. We may know the facts if we appeared. That doesn't reduce the precedential value because he appeared, Malas.
No, I am
It doesn't reduce the precedential value.
That's not a.
Now, Malas, kindly
saying.
I said nothing. He said, Malas. I
Set
didn't
of
say
facts.
nothing.
That's all I am saying.
At least allow me to read. The judges have to understand before the set of facts are different. Judges have not read it yet. 18. Let us see, Malas. Let us see if each word doesn't apply. However, considering the nature of the allegations and the fact that the matter is to be investigated primarily based on documentary evidence, mark each word, Malas. The court is inclined to grant the relief of anticipatory bail. The offences alleged pertain to the exercise of administrative discretion in the passing of an order rather than direct physical involvement in any overt criminal act requiring custodial interrogation. There is no overt criminal act of the accused here which can be alleged. He has only, at the most, given a press conference where there is an error at the highest. There is no physical involvement of the accused in my case. The prosecution has not demonstrated any necessity for the custodial interrogation of the appellant beyond scrutiny of official records, which can be done without placing him in detention. Additionally, the appellant is exactly what I'm saying, Malas. Additionally, the appellant has expressed his willingness to cooperate with the investigation, and no material has been placed before this court to suggest that he has evaded or obstructed. Furthermore, it is well settled that anticipatory bail can be granted where custodial interrogation is not essential, particularly in cases where the allegations hinge on official records and the presence of the accused can be secured without pre-trial detention. The court also takes note of the fact that the FIR in question is part of a series of similar allegations in the absence of concrete material indicating a likelihood of tampering with evidence. The grant of anticipatory bail is justified. Accordingly, while the appellant shall cooperate as and when required, he shall not be taken into custody. I cannot find a case except the names of parties being different. And the new ground I've heard that the precedent is less because he has appeared in it. Well, 1 minute.
Lines.
Well, 1 minute. But I'm not. But give me 2 minutes. Why? I'm not taking time. CBI, the Constitution Bench. Just allow me that satisfaction. 2 minutes more. Give the copy. CBI's case.
Well, before CBI comes.
Look, can I? Let me finish, sir. Allow me to finish. CBI. Just turn to CBI. Constitution Bench. This is the bedrock of anticipatory bail, Malas. It's the bedrock of anticipatory bail. Have I not got it? Yes. I have only 2 or 3 minutes. Allow me to finish those uninterruptedly, Mr. Solicitor.
The other matter is being called on.
In regard, no, you are interrupting me. That's the problem. In regard to anticipatory bail, if the proposed accusation appears to stem, Lordship got para 31. This, your Lordship remembers, is the anchor. The elder Chandrachud Justice, the anchor of anticipatory bail. In regard to anticipatory bail, if the proposed accusation appears to stem not from the motives of furthering the ends of justice, but from some ulterior motive, the object being to injure and humiliate the applicant, and there cannot be a better object here than the quotations I have read to your Lordships by the head of the state, a direction for the release of the appellant on bail in the event of his arrest would generally be made. On the other hand, if it appears likely, considering the antecedents of the applicant, I have no hardened criminal malice, that taking advantage he will flee from justice, such an order would not be made. Then, Malas, if I may skip, I don't want to hide anything, I can read anything anybody wants to, but just to save time, the last 5 lines. I can read anything else also, Malas. In the middle, Malas, is also some important passage. The nature and seriousness of the proposed charges, the context of the events likely to lead to the making of charges, a reasonable possibility of the applicant's presence not being secured, a reasonable apprehension that witnesses will be tampered, and the larger interest are some of the considerations which the court has to keep in mind. Not one applies against me here. Last 4 lines. A person seeking anticipatory bail is still a free man entitled to the presumption of innocence. He is willing to submit to restraints on his freedom by the acceptance of conditions which the court may think fit to impose in consideration of the arrest, assurance that if arrested, he shall be enlarged. Well, there's one sentence before that, just immediately before that, I forgot to read. It is of paramount consideration to remember that the freedom of the individual is as necessary for the survival of society as it is for the egoistic purposes of the individual. There cannot be a better application, in my humble submission, I may be wrong, than this sentence. But the Lordship may consider very mainly. Nawale's case, which he cited, the only case he cited, is, just note, para 4, 11 and 16. 4, 11 and 16. It's a case of a person disputing a lease. Give me that case. In the dispute, a civil dispute going on lease, in the middle of that, this person goes and forges one of the, just see, 11 is very clear, a registered documents, therein forges one of the documents on which the civil suit is based. It's a completely different case.
Only 2 lines.
Not defamation at all.
Only 2 lines. In the first judgment, where I said that I appeared, the purpose of saying was, he was a collector. The allegation was of having granted some land, allotted some land. The court said now the allotment file is with the government. What he doesn't have anything. So he succeeded in the anticipatory bail in the High Court. We were in challenge. And no allegation of forgery in that case.